So while I'm in this room, I hear some meteorites landing. Let's get access to another place for water because I don't want this to run out. So choosing over here for that. Could open up this tile, get down. I see that there is some salt water around. So what I'm going to do, whoops, what I'm going to do is build a wall just to prevent that salt water from getting around. If I go like this and this, we'll see what happens. But we'll need a pump. And it's usually a good idea to do this early before you need the water rather than when you're actually having low oxygen and everything. So that's why we'll bring that in now. I see some salt water falling from up here. Ooh, there it is, a cool salt slush geyser. That's awesome. So we're going to open this up a bit to let some of that flow out if we're able to. But I don't want that to go down, so what I'm going to do is build a tile right there. Just to prevent that from leaking down towards the base. I think we've got enough mopping up with the salt water. We don't need anything else. Oh, someone's caught. Let's dig that out. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget about you. Almost forgot. Is there any more eggs to process some pip egg? One pip egg. We can do that now. Unless if any of these eggs have lost their lullaby effect. Oh, let's see. One has... Take that over. So this pump here is going to need some power. So we'll connect that up to the grid. Where's the closest point? I think right there should be fine. And we're going to get a lullaby. Oh, already have that one done. So we'll do a hatch egg. Bring that over while Tails is doing that. Let's look over on this asteroid to see if there's anything we can do over here. If they're running out of tasks, they are going to put some copper ore, so they're not going to run out of stuff. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, it is time to put a stone hatch egg in there. And you know what? I'm going to actually, probably should have done this from the beginning. I should make that 7 and make this 7 as well. We're going to wrangle one of these guys so that when an egg gets dropped temporarily while we're waiting for a dupe to send it up here, these guys won't be crammed. Oh, trapped. Yeah, that'd be you, right? Have you made the lullaby effect? You have? Let's just check if there's any other egg. There is, so I'll do that. So the dupes over here do have the ability to potentially get some more hatches. I see some buried objects around here. Let's go see if we get lucky with that. So we're done with the hatch for today. So Tails is able to leave. I'm allowed to get out of the room as well. We got some mopping up to do, I can see. Take that tile right there. Let's check on the pump. Pump's still being built. But that's okay because we still have water for the time being over here. Research is ongoing. Did we get the first bit of that research? Looks like we did. There it is. Gas element sensor. Just want to put a filter with it. It's going to go way up to the top. Put that right there. And that's going to sense hydrogen. Until this pump it can run. Let's have a look. I don't have anyone that can dig through obsidian at the moment, unless I can do an upgrade to Crusher, but Crusher is not on this asteroid. I need to think about, okay, this Brock, you're going to specialize in digging over here. Pop as well. Dice, let's have someone else on the grilling. So this is ready to be set to hack in or detect hydrogen. We're going to put a filter right after this, right here. Because I only want that to run if hydrogen's consistently been there for a certain amount of time. We can extend our fire pole up a bit. Just like that. And actually do the same thing down here. Now, is there any more salt water on the way? I guess there's some right there. We'll open that up before I mop up the bottom. On the research side of things, I'm going to eventually want some gas masks. So we'll do that now. So we are short metal, which is interesting. I'm creating two deodorizers on either side because we've got polluted water on both sides. That's going to mean some polluted oxygen, which isn't a bad thing if I can clean air. But we need to look for some more aluminum to get access to build that. Try to avoid cutting out some wild plants at this point. Can dig in here too. Over here, I think we're in the same situation with food. Want to get access to some of the muckroot that's down here. We're halfway to the Locavore Achievement, so we only have to do this for so long until we can start planting stuff. Get access to a few more buried objects over here. See one there. Alright, little bit of spill of salt water. This should be the last thing that we have of salt water. I don't see any in the area. Anything else I'll be pumping out as opposed to splashing down like this, which is not the best. Alright, but we'll get let's get our Great Hall cleaned up. Don't want anyone enjoying some time in there while getting their feet wet. Let's see if we've got enough power to connect these odorizers, or deodorizers rather. Excellent, so that will give us some cleaning power of that polluted oxygen. Let's build a ladder down like this, just give a little area for this polluted water to fall out. I don't want this guy to become overpressured because this is very valuable stuff. It's both liquid water, although albeit polluted, but it's also very cool, so it has a cooling option or capability. Okay, I think we've got to enable at least one of these guys here. Manual generator. We're out of power. That's because the automation here hasn't been running. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Just started. That's awesome. So that's finally hydrogen being sent down with automation. So once oxygen gets way up here and hits this point, this is going to turn off. To make sure this is really safe, I usually do 120 seconds. I've consistently having hydrogen in there, then the pump can run. Research is complete. Excellent. From a survival perspective, the next thing I think I should research is a water sieve so I can convert this polluted water to regular water, because I'm using that for oxygen. Though, I do have lots of water over here. I don't think we're sending it over just yet. I was worried about the pipes here. Oh yeah, it is freezing temperatures even there. And we have insulation. I think that's the focus right now, is adding insulation. Do that right in this zone. Make that out of igneous rock. Alright, and that's going to allow this, the other thing, I don't know if I have got insulated pipes. I do. This may not be necessary. I'll see what putting just tiles there that are insulated does, first of all. We'll also start insulating this guy, but that's going to take a little bit longer, and I want to focus more on food, which would be the smart thing in my perspective. It is, see some buried objects and muckroot there. Things are getting desperate over here. Oh, I see what's happened. This is a wall that the dupes can't cross, and I see a bunch of muckroot, so I think we've got more food than we realize. Though not a whole lot. It's nice to see this hydrogen making its way down. So that means this guy should be running when we need power. I think the next priority is going to be getting that washroom in. Now, while a washroom is being built, I don't want the dupes to not have a place to go, because I'm going to replace this with, actually, let's start off by adding in tiling. Oops. So we'll extend this floor out over here. At the same time, make that tiles. Dig out the portion that we can. And we'll put in some temporary outhouses somewheres. I'll just put in 2 because we just have 2 dupes going on a break at the same time. Let's stay away from the hydrogen area. Who wants to use the washroom? We're in an area they can't breathe. Okay, so we'll get outhouses over there. We'll go over this plan. So we've got to, in order to have a washroom, we need water to go in. We need polluted water to go out. We're going to have 2 mini washrooms. I'll save a spot for decoration item in the middle. This is going to be for the polluted water going out. I believe this is how I'll want it set up. Sometimes it's easier to see once you actually have the buildings themselves there. Alright, so 1 outhouse is made. Let's make this the other priority, the higher priority. And I will put in some liquid reservoirs on the far side of this to store the polluted water. Alright, over here, let's check on these guys. Yeah, they've got 7,000 calories. Not going to last a lot, but I wonder if at this point, if I should start sending, well, I've got 2 options. I can either start making muckroot here, or not making muckroot, was it those terrible mush bars? But you know what? I think I'm going to send Crusher back. Because the only dupe I really want to have here at the moment is someone to attend to those critters. And I'll come back once we can start farming with more dupes. Crusher's on break, so they're going to go here in the morning. I'm going to avoid doing this because I could forget about them. In the morning, I'll just remember to go in. Oh, who's the stressed out? Crusher's the one that's stressed out. That's perfect. Crusher, you're coming back. Alright. And I will do some egg processing. So it is the next morning. I'm going to select some of the eggs here to bring over. Hatch eggs. This one's about to hatch as well. 90%. That one's pretty close. 62. Got 90. I might not do this. It's 96% and it's a pip egg. I'll leave that one alone. 34%. That's fine. It can come over. Gonna make sure this is a priority 6, and we will trap Tails in. Now, while Tails is doing that, let's see. We've got our outhouse. Oh yeah, let's go over here before I forget. Crusher, you're going back home because we just need 1 dupe over here. I'll get access to. Oh, they're halfway digging that out. I see. Yeah, they're so excited that they left that piece of muckroot to go back to the home world. Okay, so egg here, that's incubated. Let's remove that. I'm going to make sure the rest of these guys have something to do. Let's tear down the washroom, or the old latrine. Do that. And I'll do some egg processing here. So while doing a few hatch eggs with Tails, I have a decision to make. Do I bring on another dupe? No, because I'm going for the, maybe if I wasn't going for the Locavore, I'd be growing stuff. But I think it'd be more wise to bring in, especially 12,000 calories. It's not even enough for 1 cycle, but it's going to help. And it'll make progress towards a Locavore Achievement. Alright, another egg to do. See, we're out of eggs, so you can go out. Alright, and let's design this new washroom. So we'll have a sink here. We're going to put in a lavatory. This is going to be a future decoration item in the middle. Let's see, we could put another sink right here. We'll put in Another lavatory. I'm not going to put showers in yet, but they're going to be on the way. Put in an airflow tile here. Some hydrogen is going to float up. I just know it. Alright, so this is the basis of our washroom. Now we will want a spot for polluted water to fall or flow out. I'm going to plan for the washrooms, or for the showers to be right here. Just going to make a design such that I can get my liquid reservoir in a place where I don't have to move it if I want to expand the washroom. So it's going to be for showers, and I want one more washroom just in case these two are being used. Kind of like the backup option. The lavatory right there. And they're going to need some water. This whole thing will need polluted water line going out, and right to the right of the washroom we're going to put 2 liquid reservoirs. So I can let them get to work on this. And this is going to store the polluted water until we've got a more automated system to deal with it. But it's going to up the quality of life and reduce the amount of work because no one has to unplug outhouses after this is all created. Now this is going to add more yeah, we better, okay, whoa. What's the oxygen situation? Yeah, wow. Okay, let's crack this open, first of all. And I've got a dupe that can dig through obsidian. Some tiles here and here, expand in that zone. Okay, let's make sure. The most important thing is that this water starts flowing. I want to go over here. With only one dupe here, we're probably not going to make a lot of progress. Their priority is on the stables, which it should be, and removing eggs. Yeah, breathability issues. Let's not get that to be any worse. It might also be a good idea to build a 3rd electrolyzer as well. 1, 2, we'll do a 3rd one down here. Around the center column, allowing oxygen to flow up. That's going to need some power. Plug that into a wire. Let's see, does it matter what circuit? I'm going to go in like this. Just going to try to minimize the amount of metal use. Eventually I'm going to go through the walls, but for the time being, let's just focus on surviving. We also have to look at the temperature down here, because it is quite cold. I don't want the base to freeze. I don't think we have to worry about that just yet, but we have to start to think about that. So it's a lot. I might need another deodorizer. Cancel that one, because that's a high pressure polluted oxygen. This polluted water's been sitting alone, creating this massive amount of polluted oxygen, which is kind of nice at the moment, because I kind of need that. Suspecting stinky air, so more deodorizers. Not a bad thing at this point. Okay, bunch of hatchlings are around. High stress. Who's stressed? Crusher. Well, Crusher's back in a better environment, so that's naturally going to go down, I suspect. Some idle dupes. I've got to make a plan. Oh, I see some stone and sage hatch eggs. That is a meat source. Let's dig this out. Do some mopping. That pump is no longer needed. And we'll dig out some metal ore. We're going to need that eventually. Alright, with that, let's relocate some new eggs here. Sage and stone hatch. So someone should be picking those up pretty soon. Can also dig in here. Alright, and I'm going to be busy next cycle with tails. Doing these new types of eggs. Getting those, have the lullaby effect applied to it. Alright, lots of digging. Also, if we just create a hole here and here, it's a little bit of oxygen that we'll get. How is oxygen situation? It's getting better. Need to let that run. It's not good by any means. So I'm working with tails here this morning. And just realized Crusher doesn't have a cot. So we're doing that at high priority. Want to make sure that they have a cot for them. I'm going to have a second cot for the next dupe that ultimately joins. We need to dig this out a little bit. Maybe what I'll even do is dig this spot here so that hydrogen has a place to float up and out of the cot areas. Also, let's improve carbon dioxide from for falling down. Dig this out here and here. I'm going to have some gas masks. Now with gas mask, I want to filter that, and I would prefer to filter with the gas shut off, just because it uses less power. So if we want that, we'll have to start that research. The washrooms are functioning. So we're going to set this here and here so they wash their hands on the way out. And get rid of these outhouses. That one and that one. We're going to dig out a spot for the gas masks. So the plan is I'm going to have dupes go put gas masks here before they go down. And we're going to have a similar thing way up here. You know, up there. I want to try to make things even based on my floor height of everything. So for instance here, 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 here. See, 4 there, 4 there. And I need to decide, will I get them to put gas masks on here or there? Let's go up here. I'll raise this pump in the future so that hydrogen can get out of that zone. So 4, 4. So what I sometimes do to validate this, I see this is 5. Should be a multiple of 5. If I've done it right, 30, 35. Okay. Just to keep that. No, I don't actually need those tiles in existence, though. Maybe what I'll do, just to put markers, let's put some ladders going across. So these are going to be all the future rooms later on. I don't actually need those tiles built for the time being. Alright, so that's going to be 2 spots for carbon dioxide, or for the gas masks. We're going to want to have a spot to take in oxygen. I'm thinking right here, right next to electrolyzer. Let's actually lower this electrolyzer so it's even on this floor. Research is complete on that gas, or the, gas shut off. And just to make it consistent with all the other floors, we'll put a ladder there. Right next to this electrolyzer is going to be a gas pump. Now we can't be certain that's going to be oxygen, so we'll have to do some sort of filtering. That right there. Our new gas shutoff. It's going to go right here, and if it detects using this guy here, oxygen, it's going to allow it to go into the gas reservoir. If the gas reservoir is full or partially full, it's going to turn this pump off, telling it I don't need any more oxygen. So I've got a pipe that's going to go from here. Won't connect it yet. But this is oxygen. This is the ideal case. We get oxygen out like this. But we might also get non-oxygen down here. Leak that out right, well, away from the pump, maybe over here. Now that gas shutoff needs some power, so we need a wire for that. We need a place to actually build these gas masks. We'll do that right here. Realizing this light is on when it doesn't need to be. But worry about that another point. What I'd like to put in is a dupe sensor right here. I don't think this sensor picks up when someone is there. Hold on, hold on. Let's take advantage. This may have to... this can actually sit right. We'll put that right there. That way it's not... when someone's cooking, that light is not on. We'll also need that right there. And to make that happen, I think we need a couple ladders just to get across. So that building needs power, so we'll connect a wire to it. And we'll put in our automated wire like this. So if either of these dupe sensors are on, this light will be on. We can smash this. Start of cycle 36. I don't see any eggs that need to be done, which is nice. Let's put that tile back in, open this up like that. We will create, let's create 8, 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. We'll start with that. Repair them automatically. Alright, so this is our oxygen system. Obviously, this needs to detect oxygen. We need a place for oxygen to go. Initially, they'll just sit in here. So we're going to have some gas mask stations. Ultimately, I want to have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say, let's put in 4 here for now. This guy. Let's put in some tiling. And of course, the actual gas pipe that goes in. Now we'll need the same thing up here. So we get some oxygen pipe. I'll have it just go up like this. And we'll split at this point. Think I've got... No, hold on. The output. Non-oxygen doesn't have anywhere to go yet. Let's do that at priority. I'm going to set this to actually make food forever. I'll just watch that if calories are getting a little high, I'll turn that off. Work that way. With 13 dupes over here, they it's a little more difficult to keep them all fed. Okay, obviously that pump is going to need some power. So while those pipes are being installed, I'm going to clear out this room here. This is going to be a nature reserve. Crusher's a little unhappy, but I suspect now that he's got a cot, that should eventually slow down. Looks like there's less hydrogen in their sleeping area, which is really nice. So we want a nature reserve. We're going to want to have a room for that. We'll have a door here. You can have this put here and here. Oh, we don't have... we're short metal again. Okay. This is not a metal-rich asteroid. I'm used to always taking on a metal-rich asteroid. So I'm going to have to adapt my play based on that. Let's see, we'll dig that out. Okay, so I'll be a little bit more conservative in my metal use then. Though there still is more. And if I bring... it's probably going to be a reason to bring more people over here so I can bring over some copper ore. So if I want a nature reserve, I want a park sign. We're going to want to bring in a pip. Do some planting for us. Do that right there. Now, how do I... What? That's going to make... Now, we'll have an airflow tile there. That's fine. So I'm going to need to trap a pip up here. I'm going to need some seeds as well. An airflow tile, just regular tile. And then if I get some, at least 4 wild plants planted along here, that's going to be perfect. Let's put a bin for the seeds to be dropped off. Alright, we'll also put in some of the actual gas masks. So we'll plan for 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 plus the exit. So we'll have an oxygen mass checkpoint right there. 4 actual stations. Make sure all 4 of them can receive oxygen. Alright, so we've got this set to look for oxygen. This is going to be 50-50, meaning telling the pump to turn off when it gets to that point. So it should be allowed to go right now. It is. Let's actually connect this to start getting oxygen into those gas masks. So there's some carbon dioxide. Obviously, that should be going down this direction, falling down, away from the pump. Fair bit of that. Let's, Oh, I never put the electrolyzer back. Yeah, that's probably going to be important to this whole setup. So that needs a pipe to connect and a wire to connect. In the meantime, there's probably no point in wasting power on that pump until then. Okay, so let's put in some gas mask deliver suit. Can I copy settings? No. I need to hit the button each and every time. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll do the same. Well, I don't know if these are created yet. Not yet. Okay, so we've got to check off place here. Oh, new. I don't think we're going to take on a new dupe yet. I think we've got enough 14. We're going to stop at 14 for a little bit. We'll take some oxylite for free oxygen. How is oxygen, by the way? Still not great, but I did just plug in a new electrolyzer. Verify this is pure hydrogen. It is. This is hatch. Oh, no, this needs to be. I'm going to set that to 7. 7 for each of these 3 stables. And let's also verify. That's a moment. I'm going to work with tails over here. So I've got 96, 96. No, 93. Whoops. Okay, let's destroy this door and fix that. Okay, so with this electrolyzer, let's try this now. I create a pipe. Carbon dioxide, chlorine, little blue pieces of oxygen. And then just the blue stuff down here, which is exactly what I want. I need to go over and work with tails. Okay, with a few eggs incubated there, let's try to get rid of this as well. Create a tile here, a door here, and I believe you're going to get rid of that tile to make that an even 96. Up here, let's put in 4 of the decorative seeds. If I've got enough, anyways. Mirth, do that high priority. Let's drop off a pip, high priority. We'll wrangle one from over here. Bring them back over to the stable when we're done. They've got the job of planting 4 plants. Let's see. It shouldn't really matter exactly where. You know what? Let's compress just in case I want to make this nature reserve a bit smaller. Oh no! Whoops! 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 Bring in that middle door. Actually, you know what? I've got a better idea. Let's make. I don't have any decorative items. Let's make some ladders then. That's gonna make. Put the first. Oh, I see. It's going to be a bit of an issue. I want 4 wild plants. I could put 3 here. Or I could put 1 here. I need a space of 3, which means I could put 3 here. Meaning, let's see, I don't want 1 here yet. I don't want 1 here yet. There's no real value of that. Let's take some of this. You know what? Actually, maybe because I've got some seeds, maybe it is just easier to create a door to block off that. Temporarily. So I should have a pip going in there. Let's check our oxygen system. That is pumping oxygen in. That's awesome. If we've got gas masks stations, we can deliver suits up here now. So we can get up in space at some point soon. Now I would like to raise this Gotta be careful because I don't want sand to fall down. I don't want meteorites to be going through my base. I'll try creating a pump right about here for hydrogen. We won't connect it at the moment. It's going to need some power. Get rid of this guy. We'll raise this up a bit. So what I'm trying to go for is to have a system so that the dupes can walk in here without hydrogen. Let's open this up a little bit. But lots of, well, so do a little bit of a mop up here. How are we doing for water? Okay, we should probably, let's get down here. Mop up first. I think that's the next priority then. We need to get another pump. Also need to have someone be sent over to the other asteroid. Hopefully after we get the Locavore Achievement. I'm going to check to see where I am on that. Whoops. Okay, create a pipe like this. Alright, Locavore. Where are we on that? 343. We're getting very close. I think we're just going to be a cycle or so away from that. See some... Oh, some pips are being brought over probably because... Let's up that to 8. Did I get a pip over here? I did. Pip, you know what to do. So long as there's no other wild... I mean, that is technically fine for a nature reserve. I just prefer not to have that. And I might want that as a seed for a farm in the future too. So Pip, please stay away from this guy. Let's move that out of the way. High priority. Alright, so we've got a new pump up here. We're going to do a very similar thing, which is put in the filter gate. We're going to put in a sensor for hydrogen again. Where is that? Oh, right there. Put this right at this location. I wonder... No, I think let's stay away from the pump, at least a tile like that. So it's going to connect in the exact same way the other one. We can get back a tiny bit of metal. But that's starting to fill up. These are starting to fill up. What I'm going to do... I'm going to create mesh tiles like this. So the dupes cannot go down here anymore. Unless they've got their gas mask on. Actually, maybe this is where the next pump should be built. Well, we'll have both pumps available to us. So this is going to be a pump right here. And as long as these all tie into the same location, shouldn't really be a confusion in the line, though. Not liking this bit here. So what I might do is this. And we'll cut this like this. Just that all the water converges here and then goes up into the base. This guy's going to need some power, of course. Do that. Plug that in. And let's get some tiles across like this. So we can start to dig in. We can get back down into this area, but this time with gas masks, as Spot has on right now. And I need to check to see if there's any eggs. Yeah, there is. While I'm waiting for Tails to arrive, see that we've got... let's stop sending pips here. We don't need to send pips there anymore. Get rid of that ladder. We've got... That's not what I wanted, Pips. It's not what I wanted. Okay, close. I think that's going to be an issue if I want to try to get something here, I think. I think I want to move that guy over. In fact, yeah, I think I need to move this guy over too. We can stop putting stuff in here. You know what? How about I just do this? Make those tiles. Alright, leave the pips to that. This is going to be... Oh. Yeah, I gotta get back here. With tails on the way in, I want to make sure the rest of the dupes don't go idle. Let's do a few things. Now that we're down here, we'll plug this guy in. This is going to be a source for potential... or the ability to bring over food to the other worlds, which will be nice. Let's dig out some more metal. Create some tiles like this, just to make it easy to run across. We can open this up, build in that pump. Up here, we'll do this similar thing. Now, bleachstone. I want to have a bin to store bleachstone in, so it doesn't turn into chlorine. I could put it down here. Don't want it to be one of my water sources because the pumps are going to consume all of that. Could be up there, or it could be down here actually. I think this is perhaps a decent spot for it. This is eventually going to fill in, but we'll go down like this for the time being. And get a bin for chlorine. Alright, so I'll be here while the dupes are doing that. Just over here, and I realized we've got a backup, which is not good at all. That teleportation needs a floor. Let's fix that at high priority so I can get my eggs back. How many eggs have been accumulating? 1, 2, 3. Plus, looks like a fourth one there. It may not be a bad idea to bring someone over. Maybe someone with less skill. Who's let's see, Sunny. Improve farming. Spot, what do you have carrying? Electrical engineering. Actually, that might not be bad because I can improve the power. You're not the only one. Zap has that ability too. Okay, let's bring Spot over. We're going to go down to the teleportation equipment over here. And help work on some of the things that we want to do over on this asteroid. Right Spot. I don't know if they're on break or not, but it should be. There they are. Alright, they're excited. Hopefully they're not going to get stressed out over there. Ah, calories. Calories, calories. What do I do about you? I think the best thing is we got 12. We don't have a lot to send over here if I want to bring some over. So I think the best thing to do is just continue to look for some buried objects. Oh, and that will wrangle you. Are we farming that? We are. Would like to get access to some of these plants further up, but I think it's going to take too long to get up there. The other option is I produce food over here, but I don't. 3,000, so they're going to last one more cycle. Let's I think I can produce enough food here. Now, if I want that to happen, someone's here without a gas mask. How did that happen? How did that happen? Oh, you got... okay, alright. Well, let's stop that. You guys should not need to be holding your breath while you're down here. We have gas masks for that. But let's not get distracted on what I was on the food situation. That is oxygen and food are the two main things I always want to focus on. I need to get these guys more food. There is buried object here. I see a buried object here and here. That could be muckroot. Let's create tiles to get our great haul back when that goes through though. And do I have... looking to see if I can also get a quick nature reserve through. See, 1, 2, 3... I see 1, 2, 3 here. I'll have to think about that. Okay, so this is going through. So we've gotten our eggs back. That's something at least. Let's see, idle dupes. So while I process some more eggs, we need to make sure the dupes have some stuff to do. So we'll go in 2 directions. And do we have a spot for my bleach stone? Yeah, I do. Okay, well, we need to cut out a piece of bleach stone in order for them to actually recognize what it is and where to put it into a special bin. So start that process now, but we'll also dig up, put in fire pole here. We'll have a door going out. Okay, so the first piece of bleach stone I think is going to be created. Maybe. Only certain dupes can actually dig through that. Okay, so once we're up here, we're going to go up like this fashion. And we're going to create a door to prevent too much gas from getting out. We'll put that right there. It's going to need some power. Alright, so that's a little bit of work here that can be done. I don't want to forget about that bleach stone. Someone could start that now. This is a little by egg. Take this out. Tails, you can... Oh, I think I put in the wrong type. Let's see, what do we got behind that pip egg? Let's do a couple pip eggs. Alright, while the some of the dupes are up there, we can also progress with some tasking down here. I need a wire in this machine. And I wouldn't mind figuring out what this geyser is, so we'll build a ladder going down and accessing this like that. Colony achievement earned. Could that be the Locavore achievement? I really hope it is. No, it's just a good egg. Alright, fair enough. Okay, just before I finish with this room, I see bleach stone here. Let's put that in that bin at high priority. So it's in liquid. I think we're nearly done. All the eggs. Just one stone hatch egg, I think. Oh, another regular hatch. Okay, now with some eggs done, let's set this to hydrogen first of all. Hydrogen gas, and we'll set this back to be 120 seconds. And we can start directing hydrogen back down again. Door is going to be installed. How much progress did they make down here? Just getting started. And let's check on the dupes over here, because their food was getting low. I can see now they're at 4,000, so this digging out various things must have been helpful. Wrangle that guy if we can. Created a tile right there, so that might be a piece of muckroot. If we can get it up here, we get more muckroot. Actually, if we just get... yeah, I think we've got enough food to survive like a short period of time. But I'm sure that CD really enjoys having one other dupe, because there's lots of other things to do. It also makes sure that CD can focus on the grooming. I think I'm going to get most of my regular hatches from here, because if I'm feeding these guys, I think if I'm feeding them something that's not sandstone, they're increasing. They get an increased chance of something else. Sure, yeah. If I'm putting dirt in anyway, something to look at. Oh, I'm going to take Joya Seed. This might be beneficial for space travel, though I do have a plan still using this iron ore. I haven't gotten to that yet. There's some other priority things, such as this thing called surviving and having oxygen. But I will experiment with that at some point. We are almost out in space. We've got an airlock. We're starting to explore this really cold zone as well. Oh, I've never actually activated this. Probably something that I'll want to do soon. Surface breach. Amazing! My duplicates have managed to breach the surface of this rocky prison. Okay, so now that I'm out here, probably, well, I don't know if I have enough metal, or even the research for that matter, for a rocket, but let's research a rocket. We should be seeing this guy turn off once non-hydrogen hits there, just like that. Awesome, just making sure that still is working. I see a little piece of chlorine. I'm going to create a spot like that so that chlorine goes down here and doesn't, well, I don't think there's much chance of go there, but I see some polluted oxygen all around here actually. Let's clean up the air a little bit with some deodorizers. Create one here, create one here and here. Get all these plugged in. Just like that. I probably need to get back to this room. Okay, so while Tails is taking a nap, let's get down to another project. And this is going to be the process of converting polluted water to oxygen. So we'll have this go up like this. I'm going to choose a spot in the central area of the base. Let's see, how about right about here to enhance air going out of this zone. Let's put into airflow tiles here and some underneath. I'm just going to pause it because I'm going to work with Tails. But the premise here is I'm going to have a liquid reservoir. I'm going to fill that with polluted water from up here. Jump over these with some bridges. Just like that. That could, that'll probably, and then let's start to get some deodorizers on both sides of that. Okay, so while that is being built, we'll do some egg incubating. So now that we're out in space, how about we research a enclosed telescope? Alright, we're done for the day, Tails. You can go, and actually everybody else can go in. I'm going to stop everyone from going in here because I see some critters that can be converted to meat. Do 2 at a time. Actually, no, we'll do 3. Let's just confirm. I'm pretty sure I made meat not edible. Yep. And barbecue meat is, of course. So barbecue meat is the preferred food to eat when we have it. So some of that barbecue meat should be making its way to the electrical grill. Once all the meat's taken out, I can see some of it there. Maybe what I'll do, picking that up. Okay, I'm going to now turn this back. And this is important because I want to make sure that eggs are always taken out of the stable as soon as possible. Where are we with hatches? 7 here, 7 here. Got a third one to fill up with regular hatches, but any non-hatch is essentially going to be meat from this point on. See egg here. Zap, I think, is on the way. Alright, we've got 3 plants planted, 3 spaces here, so I should get another plant right there if I get rid of that ladder. So Tails is going to do a few more eggs for us. I'm going to trap Tails in. While that is happening, let's make sure again the dupes have something to do. Polluted water needs, we need power for this to actually run. But we also want to take the polluted water from here as well. Oh, can move that over. Ah, that's fine. It's going to be a pump that sends polluted water to this line. We won't connect that to power just yet. I favor getting this out of the way first. Okay, so that is something. We're going to need a spot for oxygen to come out to the telescope in time. Do that like that. Can't remember if that telescope needs power or not. I'm pretty sure it does. Bring that up a little bit. Okay, so that's some work that can be done there. Let's do some. Oh, what is this? Cool salt slush guys are awesome. Let's open this up. That's one thing that could be done. We also need to think about how we're going to insulate ourselves, our base, from all this coldness. I think to start, probably the easiest thing is just kind of go around like this. Oh no, wait a minute. We want to connect to the Bissolite, actually, don't we? Want to avoid getting in here if we can. This is kind of like an ideal place in my mind. And maybe regular insulation from this perspective. See what the dupes can start in that process right there. And let's get this water out of the way. We can do that by just doing a quick dive in. Moving that out of the way like that. Okay, we'll see what that does. Well, I'm in here doing some eggs with tails. Okay, one more egg to go. And we're going to be done over here. Oh, don't pick up that egg. Oh no, I guess that was fine. Oh, no, there's more eggs. Okay. Alright, well, we'll pause things again. So we've got 4 plants. We can get rid of... I'm going to make this... Well, no, that's fine. So now this is a nature reserve. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. We can wrangle you. Well, let's see. How many pips are there? 8 of 8. Sorry, but I guess you're meat. We're going to dig that out. And let's open up our Great Hall. So that we can get a nature reserve. Oh! I did not... okay. Whoops. I did not plan for... You know what, though? I could push this out. Because this is going to be... Alright, let's get rid of these. Actually, you know what? No, this is fine. I think I can... I'll just have to refactor this. I did give myself... I was going to put some decoration items here. Maybe I'll just change that. Let's put in just that I don't have an outage or someone who can't use this, but we're gonna make some changes to the washroom. Alright, wait for one of the outhouses to be built. In the meantime, let's extend this Great Hall back this way. Get rid of these 2. Get rid of this. Oh, hold on. I want to keep the lavatory until an outhouse is built at least. We also don't need this door here. This was going to separate the showers. The showers can be in the washroom, actually. May even be preferred. See if I can avoid changing this, but I can push it back if I have to. This is definitely a big part of this game, is trying to think ahead. And not always an easy thing to do. Usually remember the nature reserve. It is a bit different filming this while I'm building it as opposed to after. So I think it is a little bit disruptive in that sense. Also, there was one of the comments from, I think, the Doug Man, who mentioned tiles or height rooms of 3. Cringe. Yeah, I agree. I think that was in reference to a barracks that I had down here. I've relocated that up here now that it's 4. But let's refactor things a bit. Get with an outhouse. We'll get rid of this. Do a new design on that one. Now, with the nature reserve, I'd like to have a ladder going across like that. We're going to keep these doors closed, at least on this side, so no shine bugs can get in. Okay, we're going to put a sink here. And what I'm going to do is put lavatory right next to it. Then we're going to have a spot for a single decoration. I think this should all work out with showers too. So put a sink there. And we're going to put a lavatory right here. I'm just going to pause it because I might have to work with the egg incubating system. But if that's the case, then I can get... Oh, you know what? Let's try putting in some showers too. Just like this. Alright, we'll need to change our output. The input lines are fine because it's always consistent, but we'll just output like that. This, and this. Get rid of the pipes that we no longer need. And then we have reformed our washroom. Didn't take too long. When this guy is running again, I'll get rid of the outhouses. We should see... oh yeah, we do have outhouses. That's why it's not a nature reserve. I forgot. No! No! Ah. Alright, whoops. I forgot. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I guess we're not going to be doing anything in here, are we? Okay, I've got to clean this up. Let's let everyone in help with this cleanup process. Yeah, like I was saying, it is a little bit disruptive or distracting. Filming and recording, I normally don't do it this way, but it's fun. Ooh, 3 hatch eggs. Gonna take those. Okay, so we've done some mopping. Let's reform this. Try to not let that happen again. Alright, Tails is in there. Actually, that's awesome. Tails, I'm going to retrap you. But this time, don't let me forget about you. Everyone else can go back in here. And everyone else cannot go in here. And we'll start doing some ag processing. So while Tails and myself are doing that, let's give a few things for the other dupes to do. We'll get rid of this. We'll put a ladder here. Alright, and let's see, how have we done? Oh, we haven't actually gotten in there. Let's open that back up. We create a vacuum here, so we can create a vacuum right here. So we're starting the process of creating this vacuum. Dupes can get in there. We'll give them a bit more time to do that. Just noticed another colony earned. Please be the Locavore Achievement. It must be by now. Yes! Alright. That is out of the way. What to do? Well, we can bust this down. But we can start to grow some farming stuff. We'll start with some mealwood. And grow some other stuff shortly after. Very shortly after. Let's put in the first batch mealwood right here. Put in some right here. I also want to create a farm now for berries. I just need to decide where that's going to be. I think right down here is decent. Let's put in hydroponic farm. I'm going to save a spot for a door, the farm station. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3 like this. Get rid of this ladder at some point. Take that out. So berries are going to need a lamp. They're going to need a water source. We're going to need to push in some piping. At least this is going to be something to keep the dupes busy over the next little bit. Put 2 tiles there. We'll have a door. We'll have a farming station. Let's look at... Oh, I don't think I've given skills out. in a bit. Jacko, work on that. Dice, grilling. Sunny. Let's see, do we have... yeah, let's get some farmers crop tending. Tails. Give you carrying. Whisper. Give you crop tending as well. Zap. Give you carrying so you can get the mechatronics. Rock. Give you a better digging skills. Over here I have to be a little bit careful. You know, I'm not going to give you CD anything. Spot though, I think they'd be fun. Let's give them construction. They even enjoy that one. Alright. Well, that, I think that's going to do it for now. We're going to, we get the Locavore Achievement. I'm going to finish the last little bit of egg processing. And then we're going to get some bristle seeds, or blossom seeds. There's plenty of them over here. Bring them over to this, this world where I can actually make use of them. I have, let's bring over, let's see, a dozen. So that is going to be seed. Blossom seed. Alright, I'll see you in the next episode.